Welcome to the first episode of Nultera Radio. I'm your host, Tom. I'm going to be showing off what's been happening and what will happen in the future. As you can see, branding took a massive shift, and so will my content output. Before we begin, I would love to thank you guys so much for the support of my recent videos. It means so much to me, and I promise this year will be last year amplified tenfold. Let's get to it. To start off, I would like to promote the release of Lost One Found's second update, the Christmassive update. It added new content that should expand the player experience to greater heights. For those who don't know, Lost One Found is a roguelike/roguelite Bendy and the Dark Revival fangame where you take control of a lost one that regained their sanity. Your goal is to climb the studio while fighting against dangerous enemies and the Ink Demon himself. The game jolt link is available in the description if you want to try it out. On the release radar, I'll be talking about all the singles that will be releasing this month. As the first single of the month, we have Drive Into the Waves, a Nultera Radio original. Drive Into the Waves is the exact track you're currently hearing in the background. It'll be my default background music to use in these episodes and probably more. This 80s vaporwave inspired track will be available on YouTube on the 8th of January, with digital stores releases slightly later. As a second single of the month, we have Love Me Mayhem, a cyberpunk edgerunners track. Love Me Mayhem is a very heavy metal song that will leave you headbanging and dancing throughout its entire duration. This track is the first where I adapted a new workflow that should make the amount of tracks that release this year skyrocket compared to last year. Love Me Mayhem will release on YouTube on the 16th of January, with digital stores releases slightly later. And as the third and final single of the month, we have MORTEM, a new ANARCHY track. ANARCHY will make a slight comeback with MORTEM. The somber sounding track will leave you in tears as the beauty of the piano overwhelms you. This track will be a part of an upcoming EP that is going to close off the story of Anarchy, named Desolate Ray, which is releasing either in the first or second quarter of this year. MORTEM will release on YouTube on the 24th of January, with digital store releases slightly later. On the radio silence section, I'm going to be updating you on all the projects I've been working on. There's quite a lot to get into, so let's begin with FNaF Freddy's Puppet Show. FNaF Freddy's Puppet Show has been in the dev cycle ever since I began game development last year. Don't expect much right now though. I was heavily focused on the Bendy and the Dark Revival fangame that I didn't have the time to work on Puppet Show. I'm heavily sorry, but I have something to make up for it. Have a slight glimpse of the gameplay. Freddy's Pizza Quest, the Swamp update. This one didn't get developed much because of the same reason as puppet shows. To compensate, I can give you a slight insight of what will be in the update. It is still in its conceptual stages, but what I can confirm is that the new playable character is going to be Montgomery. He perfectly fits the swamp theme and is a canon part of the gang. He will also make an appearance in Puppet Show as an enemy, so it made complete sense. Anarchy. If you saw the announcement of the Dalton collection being canned, then you know the path for the story is going to be slightly different. But as you know, the last part of the story, Desolate Ray, will be releasing soon, and so will the main chapters. Writing has been stagnant for the first chapter, Calypso Born, but hopefully it gets finished soon. Lastly, from the musical side, there's going to be a B-side album with all the deluxe tracks that were supposed to be in the Dalton collection, to compensate its cancellation. A lot of projects have been stagnant in terms of progress, sadly, but it's healthy for me to tackle one at a time instead of multitasking through others. With Lost 1 Pound being done for the time being, another project will start taking up my time. Don't know which one it is going to be right now, but when I will know, I will let you know. Before I end off this episode, we have a comment section poll to take care of. This section is going to persist in every episode and will include a question that you have to answer in the comments. Let's start off the radio's debut with the following question. Cereal is best with cold milk or hot milk? Choose wisely, as your life depends on it. Thanks for watching the first episode of the Nultera Radio. Make sure to like the video, answer the question in the comments, and spread the love to your friends and family. I'll be seeing you next month with brand new things to show off and announce.